What's up, everyone? Aaron Schatz back again for another edition of Endless Sky. And before we begin, I am going to add a snapshot. It'd be like, let's see here. Camera. Just in case something happens, because I was recording and then the camera decided to just hiccup. So I want to make sure that I have a point back just in case. All right. Where were we? We are right here. We've got missions to do in Coalition space. We've got to go to the Council of Ar. But we got to go to Plubats first. We've got to pick up some people. So let's see what's going on there. Let's go. We got to see what's going on in Plubats. Plubats. We're going to the stronghold of Plubats. Once your ship is landed, you receive a message from House Beblis directing you to a large hotel in the spaceport city. The security guards don't let you in, so you wait for the representative to come out. About half an hour of waiting later, an elevator nearby opens and many Arachi come out, most of them in formal uniforms and carrying various bags of luggage. An older Arachi stands out from the rest on the account of being even more formally dressed. So let's take a pause right here. I'm a captain, going around, doing my thing. I've met so many aliens, helped this whole galaxy do a whole bunch of cool stuff, and meanwhile they're just waiting around half an hour. It's just yeah, whatever, this guy's fine. My transport to the council, you are correct, she asks, and you confirm. Splendid. Lady Plubat, I am, Captain. Pleased that transport the will of House Beblis, such an exquisite captain shall. Finally, right, those arranging the transport to the council have gotten it. See, I'm so exquisite, but I've been forced to wait. She asks you to lead the way to your ship, as the other uniformed Arachi follow the two of you, carrying her luggage. Told I was about which representatives tasked with transporting you were. Beblis accepted, not the most intriguing company they are, so grateful that you're transporting at least one proper guest you should be. See that? Let's see the questions, the actual responses. Looks like you hold your house in very high regards. You don't seem very excited for the council. Is there something wrong with the other houses? Let's choose the positive one. Keep the coalition together, House Beblis does. What makes communication from one system to another possible, our efforts are. Other than the obvious importance of our work, one of the few houses that kept their noble bloodline pure, and who kept their original emblems, we are. Prejudice against those other houses mixed with, I have not, but greatly value tradition we do, and broken tradition they have, in marrying commoners or those of other species. Oh, no. Once you make it to your ship, she and the Arachi butlers tidy up her room, then dismisses them. She tells you she will call for you when she should need anything, then closes the door to her room. Interesting. Spaceport, nothing going on there. Let's go see what else. We got to go to Bloptop. Uh-oh, here we go. After departing from the stronghold of Plubats, you start hearing some shouting from outside your cockpit, so you leave to check up on your passengers. Plubat from House Chamgar is banging one leg against the door of the room of Plubat. Wait, Plubat from House Chamgar is banging one leg against the door to the room of Plubat. From House... That doesn't make sense. So let's read this again. Plubat from House Chamgar is banging one leg against the door to the room of Plubat from House Beblis. Okay, so anybody that's watching, I think there is a problem with this bit of text. So I read it again. Plubat from House Chamgar is banging one leg against the door to the room of Plubat. That probably should be a different name. And I forgot the name. From House Beblis. Captain, good thing you are here. Good thing that here you are. Sent an envoy to mock me, that damned House Beblis has. Copying my name she is. Plubat from House Beblis opens the door to her room to respond. Nonsense that is, Captain. Look at us, several decades older I am, so copying you, how could I be? The offending party here is how Chamgar is. Change your name for this mongery you could have. No of your house's grudge against us I do, he replies. Absurd, childish, that is. The one to start mocking me you were, she says. Captain Schatz, urge you to make haste for ire I must. Put up with this buffoon for much longer I cannot. Lady Plubat closes the door to her room, and you convince the House Chamgar's representative to also go back to his room. You return to your cockpit, hoping that's the last of that, which I'm sure it will not be. Okay, we got to go to Bloptop. So there's a little bit of a name inconsistency there, but I'm sure that will be corrected in a future patch. Blow top. You land on the delve of Bluptop to find that House Ablomab's representative had to oversee an emergency meltdown drill on the neighboring planet, Bluptop's furnace. His interplanetary shuttle hasn't arrived. Still hasn't arrived, so you're left to wait for him on the spaceport. He finally arrives some hours after sunset, dragging along a heavy suitcase and barely holding on to what must be an Iraq equivalent of coffee. As you help him with the heavy luggage, he introduces himself as Dubug. Sorry about the wait I am. Replace a coworker on the meltdown drill I had to. A routine task it is, but also routine the council is. So care much for the delay the house did not. Show me to my room, could you? While you're both walking to your ship, he finishes his drink, but it doesn't seem to help him keep his eyes open. You have to help him avoid bumping into either the other Arachi here or the spaceport decorations. Although he doesn't seem very talkative, it might help focus to get his conversation going. Let's see here. Which one should we do? So, what can you tell me about House Ablomab? Is it difficult to have to deal with the other houses? Let's ask the positive. He grunts lightly. The deepest mines and the biggest smelters in all the coalition we have. Overseeing construction, assuring your purity, testing the quality of alloys, our most common responsibilities are. In order, everything must be so that met the quotas for the House Malobes and the Heliarch ships are. Dubug makes it to your ship still awake, but doesn't care to answer when you ask if he needs help unpacking his luggage. Instead, he lays on the bed and asks that you wake him up once you arrive on that planet. Spaceport. Nothing. Alright. This should be the last thing we do. Bluptop. Uh-oh. In spite of your best attempts to keep them away from each other, Plubat and Plubat... Are there actually two Plublats? Plubat and Plubat have been brief on their break. Was this a find and replace thing that just made a mistake? Like, you know how, like, it's like, oh, I want to change the name of this thing. I just did a find and replace in the code, but whatever. So again, I think there's another, I don't think it's two Plubats. Plubat and Plubat, which I'm sure has got to be different, have been brief on their breaks from insulting one another. However, once you enter the system, they head back to their rooms on their own without you needing to leave the cockpit to interfere. Being so close to the destination, you hope they won't give you any more headaches. Yeah. Another potential mistake that needs to be corrected. House Chamgar's representative Plubat, so many Plubats, stay close to you while firmly clinging to his luggage and his colleague. So are they actually Plublat? They're both Plublats? Like, I am now so confused. Is the House Chamgar Plubat and the other one's Lady Plublat? It's so confusing now. Stays close to you while firmly clinging onto his luggage, and his colleague from House Beblis, Lady Plubat, has her bags brought out of your ship to some nearby Arachi in uniform, telling you that I am, Captain, trusted she should not be. Checked your ship, have you? All in place your belongings are? Careful with her types, you must be, he says. After the Beblis butlers are done, Plubat scoffs something at Lady Plublat one last time. They could have the same name, I have no idea, but whatever. Lady Plublat rushes out of your ship to meet a group of Arachi in uniform, some of which carry her baggage from your ship, while others surround her as if expecting House Chamgar's Plublat, maybe they are named Plublat, to try and stir up a discussion. Once all of her bags are out, they escort her to a nearby transport shuttle. Having rested during the trip here, Debug stretches his legs once he steps off your ship. All the reports from my house I brought, so prepared for the council I am, he says, checking his suitcase one more time. Well then, go I must. Goodbye, Captain Schatz. Thankful for the con trip I am. A good break from routine it was. See that? Oh, here we go. We got a lot of symbols here. A few minutes after final representative leaves your ship, you receive your payment of 4.5 million credits. It comes with a message from the royal family, with the symbols of all Iraq houses on it. You recognize most from the advertisements or offices on some planets, but it's your first time seeing the center one. You imagine it's the emblem of the royal family. And here we go. We got a lot of symbols. I like mountains, like whatever this is, some like stuff, and yeah, good. Greetings, Captain Schatz. As the host of the Council of Ire, thank you for your assistance. We do. Although certain we are that to you appear mundane, such kinds of jobs can, difficult at times it is to arrange for appropriate transportation for compatriots from all great houses. So know that deeply grateful for your cooperation, House Oberreggen is. See that? Good deeds for the coalition. Spaceport, there's nothing going on here. Now let's see here. Well, we got some stuff there to get rid of. So we keep going around, and now I think it's time. Does my ship have any more mass free? No, a little bit. Okay. Now, I think we are done with the missions for now. So why don't we go back? I'm just going to go check this over here, because that's where the whatever was. The Lunarian Redoubt. Alright, let's see if we can find the next set of missions. Okay, nothing there. But let's go to a job board. Maybe there's something we want. Well, why don't we go here? We'll go to the Ring of Friendship, and then we'll go see what's going on there. Maybe there's going to be some stuff going on there. Do a couple of missions, you know, get it up there. Oh my god, there we go. Land on that one. Good. Spaceport, nothing still going on. Job board. Peacekeepers, here we go. Let's go there. I think we got to go there. Let's see what's going on this planet. A cold horizon. Okay, good. Spaceport. Nothing's going on here, though. See? Nothing is going on here. Let's go to the main planet of the Sarids. Hopefully we can get this stuff to actually, like, trigger. Nothing here. So I'm not sure what to do just yet. And decided to travel on a very comfortable ship. How about no? But I think we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back there anyway. We're gonna go see what's going on here. See, I think enough time has passed. Oh, I could also go check the net too to make sure, like, maybe not enough time has passed, but. Nope, nothing going on there. Nothing going on here. Let's go check out a blub, though. Might as well take that mission. Anything on a blub? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a blub. After wandering the spaceport for a while, you notice a crowd of dozens of individuals heading to the hangars, specifically in what looks like the direction of your ship. A roughly equal number of Chemic and Arachi, some with Sarids as well. They stand in front of you, the 577, my ship. looking around as if searching for its captain. You approach him, and one of the Kimmick, whose thorax and abdomen are slimmer than the usual for her species, meets you to speak for their group. There you are, Captain Schatz, she greets you. Pyakri, my name is, and looking for your transport services, me and my friends are. Talk in your ship, could we? Wish to discuss the details there, I do. Sure, I'm in. You bring her aboard, and she continues when you close the hatch. Thank you, Captain. Now, assisted some of my colleagues you already have, yes? She waits for you to answer, but seeing your puzzled look, resumes her explanation. Oh, here we go. The Lunarian Redoubt. I'm in. Assisted us before you have, even if aware of all the details beforehand, you were not. Suppose I do, that mostly hear of us as criminals, or the like you must. Petty in their propaganda, the Heliarchs are. Recommended you as trustworthy, some you have helped have. So that possible to get on with special endeavor, I've been planning it is. What is this endeavor? Difficult it is to fight Heliarch ships, but fight them all the same we eventually will need to do. She explains, not very experienced in warfare, most of our members are, as avoiding any ship battles we have seen. Seeing as a jump drive you have, thought we did that bring some of our regional fleet leaders to human space you could. Train there against human pirates we can. That's very interesting. Alright, I'll help you. How many people are you bringing along? She perks up with your answer. 54 in total our group is. Wish to cause a commotion in human space we do not. So bring along 9 tons of supplies to sustain ourselves for a while we are. Avoid leaving the ship at all, we will. She asks you to open the hatch, and she has a few more members from the crowd come in. They ask for your map, and then for the nearest hub of pirate activity. You point to Green Rock and Shaula, the biggest pirate world in southern human space, telling them it's one of the most dangerous ones. They then ask if there are any major shipyards in the south, and you point them to southbound shipyards in Zug and the Tarazet Corporation in Wayfarer. After some debate, they decide on that Zug's proximity to the coalition makes it a better pick in case they need to return quickly, and settle on that as a destination. Bringing along enough credits to purchase a few warships, I hope we are. Pyaraki comments. They have their 9 tons of supplies brought into your ship, and you show them to their bunks. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We're in it. Alright, so we got to go to Zumanachshmali, or whatever. Right? That's where we're going, boot camp. Boom. This is going to be fun. Now we're talking. Don't I own that planet? Yeah, I do. It's like this is the most dangerous planet that I happen to own, too. Dominate. Right. You receive... Oh, here we go. You receive a message from Freya as you land on Zug. Hello, Aaron. I hope this finds you well. The past few months here have been interesting, to say the least. Working with the Arachi has helped us find answers to the questions we had about Pug artifacts, which invariably has led to more questions. The Arachi are a bit odd, but it's been fun working with them. I figured they would stay here for at least a year, given how many containers and large crates of supplies they brought in that freighter of theirs, but it looks like they've grown homesick. So we said our goodbyes today. They asked me to contact you and say they'll be waiting in a system called the Blob to pay you and return the jump drive they borrowed. Have a safe trip there, Captain. When you finish, you're reading your message. You plot a course to a Blub's invention in the Blub system. No, I don't. Once you've landed, Pyakri and some other Lunarian members come to your cockpit, where you show them a monitor with a list of ships for sale at the local shipyard. You answer their questions about the ship's abilities, strengths, and failings to the best of your knowledge. You also show them the outfits available on Zug, in case they want to change any of the ship's loadout. After discussing with the others for a few minutes and going back to check the pages on some ships, Pyaraki asks you to help her purchase 1 Bastion, 3 Argosies, and 4 Clippers. Sure you don't want more Bastions? Because I would say that. Much more durable than what we have available Heliarch ships are. Aware of the danger everyone is, and to better understand what it means to survive in more fragile ships, practice with them we must. You help her finish the transaction, giving the basic rundown of southbound shipyard's interface, and asks for the ship to be brought to the hangars beside my ship. A great help you were, Captain. Vital this will be if to pass as a human fleet we are. Be careful when communicating with clients in the area, I must be. Your face showing some confusion. She explains her plans further. After getting the gist of fighting human pirates with you we have, Work as bounty hunters we will. Make enough to pay you back for your services I intend to. Even if similar taking jobs in the coalition human bounties are, still to communicate minimally with clients we may need. Well, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Once all the purchased ships are parked near your own, you give her another rundown, this time about the job board. You help her learn the layout of the bounty hunting jobs and give her some tips on locating ships with bounties on them. Hours after nightfall, you see the hangars become much less lively, with only the night shift workers moving about. You open the hatch and make sure the coast is clear before moving with the Lunarian members to the bastion parked closest to your own ship. The members assigned to that ship enter the hatch, Arachi included, and you repeat the process with the others, heading to the argosies in front of you. After the last of them, you move in quick trips to each of the clippers, finally looping back to your ship once you're done. With everyone now in their own ships, you ask some workers to help you move the supplies right by the hatches. Once the workers have moved away, the Lunarian crew open up to bring the cargo inside, and you head to the bastion to meet with Arachi. Once you find the ship's interior already undergoing modifications, with many of the Arachi using various legs to hold wires in place as they replace human control pads and keys to versions they are more accustomed to, Arachi is inside the cockpit testing many of the controls as she looks at the manual on one screen, already translated into Chemic language. Ah, hello again, Captain. Work well the plan has, and seen we were not. At least that I do. At least hope that I do. She opens up a map, pointing to a star you recognize as Shu'ula. Taking our first job we have. Since far more experienced in fighting human pirates you are, ask for your help in this first fight I must. Inform me the job offer has, that in this system the bounties are. Head there quickly to face them we should, before time to flee they have. Follow your ship there we will. You go ship by ship, reminding each of the captains to be careful in the coming fight, and then enter your own. With the purpose of this training being to grow Lunarians' combat experience and tactics, things certainly wouldn't work well if some of them died right in the first fight, so you should try to keep them all alive. And guess what? I can do that.